Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Arlene and this is my little urban homestead. Today we're in the kitchen. Actually, today we're gonna be in the backyard because I've got this amazing new tool and we're gonna put it to some really good use today. So guys, this is the Presto 17 quart electric pressure canner. Now, this wasn't sent to me. I'm not sponsored. I purchased this on Amazon because my last one melted. It literally melted. It actually did. All the cable attachments. I had the Nesco pressure canner, and all of the electrical literally melted as I was running the first batch of beets that we had harvested about a week ago. So it is what it is. Sometimes things break. You can't expect them to last forever. And I went ahead and made the investment in this extra large pressure canner just because it can pressure can all different sizes. I can even do half-gallon jars in this, I believe. So we're gonna go through, I'm gonna set it up, and we're gonna can some beets today. I hope you guys will join me. Let's get into this. I'm very excited. We're gonna see how this guy does. All right, friends, so I moved operations outside. I have my canner out here. It has the ring on the outside, the seal ring on the outside already in place. I have 3 quarts of hot tap water inside. What I am gonna do real quick is add 2 splashes, should be 2 tablespoons. So 1 like that of white vinegar. That's just to help with any mineral deposits so we don't get those nasty white rings on the outside of the jars and we don't have to worry about any funkiness. Now back to my instructions. So I have my 3 quarts of water in the bottom of the removable pan up to the fill line. I have the seal on here. I can put jars directly into this to heat up, but since I'm double stacking them, I need the jars to all be hot so we don't have thermal shock on our glass jars. So I'm gonna put them in the sink with some really hot water and I'm gonna plug this guy in. I'm using an extension cord to plug it in, and there is a note about it in the safety instructions at the beginning of the little instructions book where it explains that if you're gonna use an extension cord, it needs to be a 3-wire grounded type cord marked with a minimum electrical rating of 13 amps, and it can be no longer than 10 feet. So I'm good, I have that. I actually just got it from the Home Depot. So we're gonna plug this guy in and move on to the next step. Okay, so it's on and it is blinking pressure can, just like the instructions say. And now we are going to press the control knob to select it. And we need to set the time for the specific canning recipe and the jar size being used. So I'm gonna scroll ahead to the vegetables section of pressure canning in the instructions manual, and it has beets. Now I'm doing half-pint jars. So that this says for pints 30 minutes, so I'm gonna do 15 minutes. Okay, now it says to insert jars. So if I would be heating the, you know what, I can. Can I? No, I'm not going to. I'm going to do it in the sink. So if I were heating the jars, I would be inserting the jars now. Make sure that the regulator has been removed from the lid. And then place the cover on there. And align it with the install and remove. Okay, and then we press the play button, as I've been calling it, and it starts to switch to warm and it starts to move forward. So that gives me the opportunity to grab my cans and put them in the sink to warm up. Okay, friends, so it has beeped for the fill jars. Now I've got mine on the outside here that I already put into warm water. And I'm just gonna throw on some gloves because I don't want my hands to get stained right now. Okay. And I'm just gonna put one of my funnels in here and we're gonna fill these jars up all the way with our beautiful beets. Now I wanna keep them at a 1/2 inch of headspace for these jars. Now what that means is that it won't go past this lip. Okay, friends, so now that we've got all the jars filled, I did end up getting an extra 4 just to get all the beets taken care of. We're gonna fill each one to that line. Okay, so now you need to debubble these guys, and you can literally just shake them a little bit. You don't have to stab it with a plastic thing, and they will settle and kind of find their way. Now this is the part I never skip. I always take the jars and wipe the rim with some white vinegar just to make sure there's nothing sticky or anything dirty that's going to impede my seal. And now we're going to go in with our lids. Okay, now we're just going to put our rings on there finger tight. Finger tight means you're not cranking down hard. As tight as your hand can get it, that one spin, and you're good to go. Like that. So now once these are filled, we're going to carefully place them in here. There we go. I had to space it out properly. So I've got 9 jars on the bottom. And now I'm going to do exactly as the instructions say and put them on the second one 50-50. I'm going to show you guys exactly what that means. So what that means is in between 2 jars, like that, is where you place your second rack. And you'll only be doing that with 1/2 pints and 1/4 pint jars. All right, guys, so for the next one, we got to put the lid on, making sure that the seal is on there. We're going to close place the cover back on the counter and lock on over the temperature sensor. This is your temperature sensor. You're going to lock this in place. You have to make sure that this little valve is down. And we do not have the regulator on just yet. The regulator comes on later after it has vented for a little while, and it tells you to, because this is a very smart machine that tells you exactly what you need to do step by step. So we're going to press the play button. It says heat. And then now once the proper temperature is reached, it'll start to vent. It'll count down from 10. And then it'll tell me to put the regulator on. So now we just have to sit and wait. Okay, so this is telling me now to put the regulator on. There we go. And we're gonna hit play. And now it is gonna can for 15 minutes. All right, friends, so it has beeped twice and now it says canning, which means it is actually gonna start counting down in the minutes. Like we just saw, it went from 15 to 14. And it's going to continue to can and actually process the jars. Once it is done processing and it hits the 15 minutes and it's done, it will switch to cooling and it will slowly come down in pressure, and then it will say done when it's ready to be opened. All right, friends, so it has officially finished canning and we have the cool setting now. So we just leave it alone, let it do its thing until it comes down in pressure and it says done. And more important than anything else, we need to make sure that the pressure valve that's up here has completely come down and then it's safe to open. All right, friends, so while I was picking up my son from school, the canner shows done and I can see that the pressure valve is all the way down. So we can try to open this up. Beautiful. And let's pull that out. Oh my gosh, whoops, I got excited and forgot to take off the regulator. Oh, I can hear them already popping in there. Yes, okay. This is beautiful. See that? Oh my gosh. I'm really excited. These beets are like a really pale color in comparison to other beets that I've had in the past. I don't know why. They're the same variety I've always grown. I gotta look that up. That's something new to me. I don't see any kind of siphoning. No, the water's completely clear. No evidence of like anything not working properly. So far, we're doing really great. I love this canner. I'm gonna let this cool down. These guys are gonna stay out and they're gonna come down in temperature completely. And then I will remove the bands. So far, it looks like they're still bubbling, which is great. I mean, I just pulled them out of here. So we're gonna let this come down in temperature and clean it all up. So thank you guys so much for joining. I appreciate you every single day. I will definitely be giving you a update in a short soon on how these beets tasted and how everyone loved them. So far, I gotta say, I'm really happy with the turnout of the canner itself. I'm glad I made this investment. I'm gonna link down below for you guys. I make no money off of it whatsoever. I'm not an Amazon affiliate. I am not sponsored by the company. I just bought it because I needed it. And I figured if I'm gonna invest the money in this, then I should share with you guys whether it's worth it or not. And so far, it seems like it is to me. But thank you so much for joining, guys. You're gonna be seeing a lot more of this big guy in the future. Take care of yourselves and each other. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.